Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially Michelle. Congratulations on breaking the ice, although from the pictures it didn't look like there was very much ice to break, because it looked like a gorgeous day. The purpose of an icebreaker speech is to introduce a relatively new member to the club, to overcome whatever nervousness there might be in public speaking, and to have a clear opening body and conclusion. They say you're allowed to use notes, and you took advantage of that very well. I was especially struck by the effective double meaning of the title, to Stop and Smell the Roses, and then you were talking about the Rose Bowl Parade, which was, again, very effective use of words to stimulate our thinking. I thought your use of props was especially advanced for a first speech. There's a number 8 speech that specifically talks about using props to enhance your speech, and for what I think the intent of your speech was, that you did them very effectively. In fact, it was very challenging. You had flowers, you had fruit, you had this, that, and the other, and you had PowerPoint. But wait, there's more. Steak knives? No, you didn't have steak knives. But that's quite a challenge to have all these things and then also be keeping the audience engaged. And I thought that you did a good job with that. And since you seem to like to use props, that's something that I would encourage. The strong points that you already had was the beginning with your voice. I was particularly struck by the tone of your voice, which I thought was very pleasant. It projected well. I was all the way in the back. I could hear you very clearly. And you asked me about the speed of your speaking. I didn't think you spoke too quickly. I think that it could have slowed down a tad, and I think that there's a project later that talks specifically about that. I think it would benefit from a few pauses, a few effective pauses, or slowing down, as I just did. My one major feedback is I would have liked to have heard more about you. We heard a lot about the parade and a lot of great detail, so in that respect it was a speech to inform, and I felt very informed about that. For an icebreaker speech, I want to hear about you. I want to hear a little bit more about you. Indirectly, you conveyed some things about yourself. For example, well, stop and smell the roses, and what I took away from that was don't just talk about things, do them. So you didn't just talk about smelling the roses, you actually took action. And you did it, and you attend to detail very well. That was shown when you were pointing out the cranberries, which I couldn't tell they were cranberries, or the kumquats, or whatever that was there. That showed me that you have a great attention to detail. So you already have many strong speaking points. I would still like to learn more about you, and I hope to in many more speeches, and I look forward to it.